University Stars. This is actually the first meeting all time between Wheaton and Dominican University, and Wheaton is entering this game at 13-2-1 on the season. Dominican at 10-5 on the season. Wheaton has outscored its opponents 70-13 and outshot them 386-118 this season. The Thunder hold a 113-36 corner kick advantage. They're actually just this past weekend, coming off a loss to Carthage University, went down to San Antonio, Texas, and beat Trinity 5-1. Lee, Kopelman, Kashaba, Kleinstra, and Orweiler all with goals in that one. Ryan, this being the first meeting in the all-time series between Wheaton and Dominican, what is Wheaton going to have to look to do, having not seen a lot of this team, to exploit what they do know of them?
Well, Wheaton's going to have to be able to move the ball. Keeping the ball moving into open areas will be very critical, and able to get passes and making good cuts to be able to get to the goal. Being patient, you don't want to rush an attack that can just really end up becoming turnovers. And just keeping with their game, trying to get the ball to their playmakers, Kopelman and Lee, who can either score or pass. Really critical.
Absolutely, got to get it to the goal scorers. Lee is coming into this game with 19 goals, on the season, and Kopelman has got 12 goals on the season. Both of them will be starting, and we'll get you the starters in a moment, but right now, we're going to send it to the national anthem. All right, that was your national anthem. And Ryan, why don't you give us these starters for Dominican and then Wheaton?
Well, starting tonight in goal for Dominican is Jackie Laney, and she has started 10 games this season. She's won 5 of them, and 4 have been shutouts, so she's a really impressive goalkeeper, and Wheaton's going to have a tough time scoring on her tonight. Also joining her in the field will be Curiel, Phipps, Andrea Chetty, Mello, Caranda, Reynoso, Madison, Ariola, Petty, and Rounce. And critical for Wheaton today is the fact that 2 of their Dominican's normal starters, Camacho and Adler, are out with injuries. Camacho being their leading scorer with 10 goals on the season. That's a big help to Wheaton for this game.
Oh, anytime you take out a leading scorer, you're going to find that the attack is much less potent. So hopefully we're going to find that out. And let's get the Wheaton starters before we get underway here.
Wheaton starters in goal is Carly Olson. Joining her will be Kopelman, Orweiler, Berg, Karsten, Kleinstra, Delatorre, Lindner, Foltz, Lee, and Mosier.
So Carly Olson is going to get the starting goal over Erickson. Erickson has been the main goalkeeper, maybe getting a night off here. Coach Felsky getting Olson in the goal in the game early. Wheaton is going to be going right to left on your radio dial here in the first half. They are decked out in white jerseys, white socks, and navy shorts, orange numbering. And the Stars of Dominican University, on the other hand, are going to be in all black shirts, shorts, and socks. And if you're just joining us, this is the first meeting all time, and we're underway. Foltz has it in the backfield for Wheaton. Touches up to Karsten. Karsten back to Lidner. Lidner has it with plenty of space in front of her. She'll take a couple touches up the middle of the field before she plays it across midfield to Kolperman. Kolperman with a one-time pass trying to find Delatorre. Goes out of bounds off of Dominican for a Wheaton throw. That was Areola who touched out of bounds. Long throw from Kolperman to Lee, trying to find Lee up top, and Lee battling with sophomore captain Catherine Petty. Petty's going to win the throw for the Stars. Throw goes long to Foltz. Foltz has it in Dominican territory up to Delatorre. Delatorre trying to find Kolperman up top, and she gets it taken from her by Phipps. Wheaton trying to win the ball back from Phipps. Phipps plays middle of the field to Caranda. Caranda turns it upfield, and there's a through ball to Reynoso. That's going to overshoot her and find Berg on the far side, defending third of the field for Wheaton. Berg has it on the line and tries to go down the line to Kleinstra. That's taken, though, by Mello. Now back to Mosier. Mosier touches it upfield, and that's going to be controlled by Phipps in the middle of the field for Dominican. Delatorre now defending on the near side of the field, where we find Areola with the ball. Areola going to try to get a cross in, and here comes a left-footed cross on the ground across the box, and that's touched by Karsten up in the air towards the goal line, and Karsten will keep it from going over the goal line now. Touch out to Delatorre on the near sideline, defending third of the field. Delatorre touches inside towards the middle of the field, where Kolperman goes in hard against Phipps and wins the ball. Orweiler with it now, coming up with the ball on the ground, plays diagonal up in front of her to Kolperman. Kolperman one times it to Lee. Lee has it near the top corner of the box on the near side of the field. Plays left foot across the box, trying to find Kleinstra, and that's going to be touched very high towards the top of the box. There's a foul on Lee. We're going to get our first free kick of the game here. About 2 minutes in, 0-0 Wheaton and Dominican.
That was a great ball movement coming down the field by Wheaton, though. A lot of passing through the defenders, doing lots of through balls. Really almost came into a scoring opportunity for them.
And there's the free kick taken by Dominican up the middle of the field. That's taken to Reynoso. Reynoso loses the ball out of bounds. It's actually going to go off of Wheaton, so as the ball girl sprints to it on the far side of the field. Now we'll have a Dominican throw. Throw goes in on the far side. Well defended by Mosier right on her back. Right on Reynoso's back. Mosier wins it, plays it on the ground, and loses it to Phipps. Phipps has it, turns back towards her own goal, and plays to the defense, which plays right to Kolperman. Kolperman has it on her right foot near the top of the box. Now still on her left foot, going in against the keeper. Cuts back to her right and takes a shot, and that's going to duff backwards, actually. And it's touched back to Delatorre. Delatorre takes a right-footed shot from distance, and that's going to skip into the arms of Laney.
That's an unfortunate occurrence. Just going off Kolperman's other foot when she's trying to spot up for the goal. It's right there.
That's right. Great opportunity, and hopefully she'll get another one pretty soon. About 3 minutes into this one, Orweiler wins the ball in midfield, takes it from Mello. Orweiler streaking down the far side of the field, plays up to Lee. Lee has it coming up on the goal line and actually has it touched out of bounds. That's going to be a throw for Wheaton on the far side. Berg to take the throw. Throw goes into Lee. Lee with her back to the goal. Now plays over to Berg. Berg coming into the box from the far side. Has it on her right foot. Plays across the box. Goes past Kleinstra all the way to Delatorre, and the defense comes up with it for a second. Now Kolperman has it. Kolperman has it in the attacking third. Lays it back towards midfield, though. Lidner with the ball. Lidner plays up in front of her to Karsten. Karsten has it on her right foot. Plays over to Mosier on the far side. Mosier's going to catch up with this one, keep it from going out. Now play it right foot towards the top corner of the box. Now finds Kleinstra. Kleinstra with the ball in the box, plays it past the keeper, and that's going to be touched out by the defenders. That looked like that was heading for the goal, but Rounce put it out of bounds.
It's good awareness by Rounce, being there to back up her goalkeeper when she's out of position. Save them a goal.
Corner kick taken short. Kleinstra has it on the goal line, plays negative. Across the box, off of Phipps. And out of bounds for another Wheaton corner here early in the first half. Still 0-0. If you're listening to this and you're on campus, get out here. Playing Dominican University for the first time. Corner kick taken short to Kleinstra again. Kleinstra plays Berg near the top corner of the box on the far side. Berg has it on her right foot, and then she loses it. Ball's cleared. That's going to go over the head of Mosier all the way back to Lidner. Lidner has it on her right foot, plays a high ball towards the top of the box, taken out of the air by Phipps, headed forward, and Orweiler wins it back for Wheaton. Orweiler's header goes to Lee. Lee with the ball in the box, and Phipps wins it now. Phipps clears it out. It's going to bounce once before Foltz gets it. Foltz touches near side to Delatorre. Delatorre trying to go right by Areola. Now she does, plays left foot across the box to the foot of a defender and almost in the goal. It's going to go out for another corner, though. Wheaton with their third corner in the first 5 minutes and 20 seconds of the game.
It's good to see them keeping the attack up. Got to keep the pressure on.
Foltz plays the ball across the box off the back pass from the corner kick. Now it's headed out by the defense to Mosier. Mosier with the ball near the top of the circle, plays on the ground up to Orweiler. Orweiler has it on her right foot, now coming towards the top of the box, has it on her right foot still, plays into Lee with her back to the goal and a defender on her back. Karsten comes in out of nowhere and rifles a shot just over the crossbar. It's going to be a goal kick now for Laney. Fall break just getting out, so classes are going to resume here on campus tomorrow. Perhaps not all the students back yet. Doesn't look like it from the looks of the stands, does it, Ryan?
Definitely not. That's unfortunate. This should be a really good game. We've already seen a lot of movement on Wheaton's part, really pressuring the keeper and the defense for Dominican.
Kleinster has the ball near the top of the box on her right foot, now taking it more towards the far side, staying on that 18-yard line. Now passes far side to Berg. Berg with the ball in the air into the middle of the box. That's headed by Lee, headed out of bounds. That's going to be a goal kick for Laney. Coming up on 7 minutes into this one, Wheaton College and Dominican University playing for the first time. Score is 0-2-0. Wheaton with several very good opportunities, though, and Dominican struggling to get it out of their half. Goal kick taken, one in the air by Orweiler, headed up towards Lee. Lee with a touch back to Orweiler. Orweiler has it on her left foot, coming into the box, now back to her right foot. Her and the keeper, and she puts it past the keeper for a goal, and that gives Wheaton a 1-0 lead. Orweiler picking up her 6th goal of the season.
And that was really great communication between Lee and Orweiler. Orweiler playing the pass up to, or the header up to Lee, and Lee doing a touch off, quick give and go, opened up the middle of the defense for Orweiler to dribble through and go one-on-one with the keeper.
So Orweiler picks up her 6th goal of the season. Lee picks up her 9th assist of the season. And Kleinstra, just like that, dispossesses the defense, streaking with the ball into the middle of the box, plays right foot across the box to Lee, trying to find her. That's going to go out of bounds for another Wheaton corner.
Thunder, corner kick. Thunder goal. Her 6th of the season for number 5, Jamie Orweiler. Orweiler unassisted.
They call that unassisted, so maybe Lee will not get the assist on that. She did make several moves with the ball in the box. Kleinster gets the ball short off the corner, taking it into the middle of the box. Now it's touched out. Mosier has it. Mosier with a high ball towards the penalty area, and that's going to be headed towards their own goal, though, Dominican. Kleinster trying to come down with the ball, and really no one able to win possession. Now it's touched outside by Dominican. Berg has it about 6 yards off the goal line. Now plays right foot out of bounds across the goal line. That's going to be a goal kick for Laney, as she's already done this 4 or 5 times.
Dominican's going to have to start shoring up their defenses and really work on stopping the Wheaton attack. The ball movement is just great on Wheaton's side, and they got to neutralize the passing lanes.
Absolutely. Orweiler wins the ball off the goal kick, now sends Berg down the far sideline. Berg has it on her right foot on the far sideline, beats a defender towards the goal line and trying to keep it in. Plays negative across the box, trying to find Delatorre. Delatorre lays it to Karsten. Karsten, left-footed shot, save, diving save by Laney. Great shot by Karsten, good unselfish play by Delatorre. And Laney's punt is taken out of the air by Orweiler. She's playing in the middle of the field, so she and Delatorre looks like they have switched positions somewhat. So Delatorre's playing that outside left mid position, while Orweiler's playing in the middle of the field with Karsten. In the back for Wheaton, from left to right, is Foltz, Lidner, and Mosier. And then again in the midfield, Karsten, Orweiler playing back and attacking center mid, respectively. Outside on the right is Kleinstra, although she comes in for the free kick, goes towards the left side of the box. And Delatorre's on the left. Up top is Lee, Kopelman, and Berg. Free kick to be taken by Mosier. Several yards outside the box. She's going to put this one over the goal, and Laney will have another goal kick. It seems, though, that every goal kick is being taken out of the air by Orweiler now that she's moved to that center mid position. So I'm not really sure what you can change on this. This one's played in the air and taken out of the air by Foltz. Foltz header goes up to Kleinstra. Kleinstra header goes up to Lee. Lee touches back to Kleinstra. Kleinstra touches over to Berg on the far side of the field, attacking third. Coming up near that 18-yard line, extended. And Berg's cross is going to be knocked out of bounds right back towards her. She's going to get a throw now on the far side of the field. Throw goes into Kleinstra. Kleinstra plays it with her feet. Got one defender on her. She's being defended by Curiel. Curiel defending well now. Kleinstra lays back to Berg. Berg has it attacking third of the field, far side. Still tries to beat a defender towards the goal line. Well defended by Mello. Now beats her back towards the top of the box. Has it on her left foot. Plays across the box. That's going to skip past Kleinstra, who's trying to dummy that on to Kopelman. And it's touched back outside. And now cleared upfield, taken out of the air by Mosier. Mosier header goes to the top corner of the box on the far side. Here comes Dominican. They play a through ball. And that's going to cross over into Wheaton territory and out of bounds. So Mosier's going to have a throw now. Throw goes back to Lidner. Lidner has it on her right foot. Plays square across the field to Foltz. Foltz finds Delatorre across midfield. Delatorre with the ball coming up across midfield, and now she's going to lose it to Phipps. But here comes Karsten from the weak side, helps regain possession for Wheaton. Clearance goes up to Lee. Lee has it on her right foot coming near the top of the box. Three defenders on her. Now touches over to Orweiler. Orweiler looking for her second goal of the game. Maybe. No, she passes up. Now gets the ball right back in the box. Orweiler to Kleinstra. Kleinstra to the back of the net. 2-0 lead, Wheaton College.
That was really great ball movement, good communication. That seems to be a really key factor in this game. It seems like Wheaton is just really talking, really figuring out where they want to go in the lanes so that when they're dribbling up the field, they have numerous passing options. Dominican seems a little lost out there on the defensive side.
And they just can't seem to contain Orweiler, it looks like, as she's gotten into the attack right away. That time picking up the pass to Kleinstra. And, I mean, she really just had it right in front of the goal. Pick her side where she wanted to play it to, and she played it to her left, right past the keeper. So Wheaton leads 2-0 with about 12 minutes into the first half. Foltz has it. Foltz touches up across midfield, trying to find Karsten. She can't. Orweiler will have it, though. Orweiler has it with two defenders on her, starting to converge on her a little bit. Orweiler touches outside to Delatorre. Delatorre touches down the line to Kopelman. Kopelman with one defender on her. Kopelman coming up near the top corner of the box on the near side now, cutting it back towards the middle of the field, now lays it back to the near side to Delatorre. Delatorre plays in the air straight to Laney. She'll have a punt now. Laney's punt falls just short of midfield. Little bump in the back by Mosier, nothing called as Reynoso maintains possession of it. Reynoso loses it now. Orweiler trying to win it from Phipps in the middle of the field. Phipps touches upfield. That's going to go straight to Foltz, though. Foltz's touch trying to go upfield. That's deflected by Andrea Chetty. Now Orweiler wins it in the middle of the field. Three defenders on her. She touches outside to Kopelman. Kopelman with one defender on her back, one in front of her, taking it towards the top corner of the box on the near side. Now coming middle of the field. Plays it with her right foot to Orweiler, top of the box. One time to Lee. Lee trying to find Kleinstra or Berg. Neither is there. That's going to be a goal kick as the ball rolls out of bounds across the goal line.
That looks like a little miscommunication. Lee was playing behind Kleinstra, thinking she would stop, but Kleinstra was cutting across. It really seemed like the first lapse of the game for Wheaton.
And not even that big of one, thankfully. So it's going to be a goal kick, and Laney's not going to take it. She'll leave it for Phipps. Phipps takes the goal kick down the middle of the field, taken out of the air by Caranda, and she loses it. Delatorre has it now on the near side of the field, coming up on the attacking third. Has Kopelman on her right and Lee in front of her. Plays Lee in front of her. Is she offsides? No offsides is called. Lee has it on the goal line with her left foot. Plays left foot across the box, almost taken out of the air by Kopelman. Goes right over her head. Berg trying to win it now, and she cannot. It's headed out. Mosier steps in. Mosier plays it back into the box. Now it's taken out of the box on the far side. That's going to be touched out by Berg. Throw for Dominican. Throw goes in and off of Dominican, now towards the center of the field. Mosier wins it. Mosier streaking down the far sideline. Maybe she can get something across. Mosier coming up on the goal line. she's going to touch it too far out in front of her. It's going to be another goal kick for the Stars, who are trailing by a score of 2-0. The scoreboard says 1-0, but we have been having a few problems with that lately. The score is 2-0 with about 30 minutes left here in the first half. Goal kick taken up the middle of the field. It's going to roll back to Lindner. Lindner plays Berg on the line. That's the far sideline. Berg plays up the far sideline. That's going to stay in bounds as it just tiptoes down the tight rope. Now coming back towards the center of the field, Berg collects it for Wheaton. Berg plays back to Karsten. Karsten lays back across midfield on the ground to Foltz. Foltz has it on her right foot, plays and splits two defenders over to Mosier on the far side. Mosier trying to win it, and she touches up to Kleinstra. Kleinstra touched line to Berg. Berg keeps it in bounds. Maybe she and Kleinstra can do something here. She tries to send Kleinstra, and Kleinstra not ready for that run as it rolls out of bounds for another goal kick.
Yeah, and there was another miscommunication. Just seems to suddenly be happening. Hopefully they'll be able to overcome it. It's only 2 lapses, so not that big of an issue, but you definitely want to overcome that as the game progresses.
Goal kick taken on the ground up the middle of the field. Now a ball played near side, trying to find Areola for the Stars, and Kopelman wins it instead. Kopelman touches up to Lee, who has it on the corner of the box on the near side. Lee coming into the box now from the near side of the field, cuts it back towards the goal line, plays left foot across the goal. That's going to roll all the way across the goal as nobody can touch it, defender or attacker. Berg has it now on the far side of the field, coming into the box, plays it left foot across, and that's going to be touched by Lee, and that goes in. That's Lee's 20th goal of the season, giving Wheaton a 3-0 lead here against Dominican.
Very, very impressive. Good cut by Lee on the backside. No defender saw her. Came in right in front of the goalie at the last second. There's just no way to defend that.
Berg with a great pass, and what surprises me is that the defense was letting Lee run along the goal line. So the defense didn't step up at all, forcing her to be offsides. They just let her basically make a lateral run across the goal line until she was able to meet it before the keeper.
Yeah, and that's a serious lapse in the defense. You got to force an offsides on an opportunity like that.
Foltz plays the ball middle of the field. Her pass is picked off, and now it's going to be Areola coming with the ball on the near sideline, being defended by Delatorre. Areola passes back to Phipps. Phipps cuts it under one of her legs and plays a through ball on the far side of the field. Berg trying to win it. Berg touches middle of the field, step over by Orweiler. Now it's touched upfield by Carson, upfield to Kopelman. Kopelman has it on her right foot, trying to send Delatorre, and Delatorre is going to watch that roll out of bounds as it's sent a little too hard and far. Ball on the ground might have been a little bit better for her, so she could catch up with it. It's going to roll out of bounds for a throw. Throw taken off the head of Delatorre. Delatorre's header goes up to Lee, touch middle of the field to Orweiler. Orweiler trying to find Kleinstra. Now it's cleared out to Karsten. Karsten has it, plays outside of the left foot to Delatorre here on the near side of the field. Phipps wins it. Phipps plays up the field, and Mosier takes it right back for Wheaton. Mosier plays it to the defense. That's going to be Rounce with it, who saved a goal earlier. 3-0, though, is your score. Wheaton College leading. Orweiler with the ball at the top of the box, off a negative pass. Orweiler still has it near that semicircle. She's knocked down, no call. And the ball's played out on the ground to Karanda. Karanda trying to send Andrea Chetty upfield, and Lindner wins it. Lindner lays back to Olsen, and Carly will get her first touches of the game. Olsen holding the ball near the top of the box, waiting for a defender to come at her, and tries to play past her. Actually plays off the defender. That's going to run into the goal, as maybe she held it just a little bit too long. That cuts the lead to 2. Score is 3-1 now. Wheaton leading Dominican.
And that's very unfortunate. Just trying to draw that defender down so that Mosier could have an open sideline. Just waited too long, and the consequence is a goal.
Yeah, as a keeper, one of the many things you need to be aware of is that when you have an attacker running at you, usually you want to get rid of it as soon as possible to avoid all of that. So another way for Mosier to get open instead of waiting for the defender to come is to actually have Olsen touch the ball to her side or back, or have Mosier show around the defender. That way, the angle will be better for that pass. Unfortunately, didn't happen. Got knocked off of the defender and into the goal. 3-1 is your score. Goal kick taken up the middle of the field. Lee has it now. Lee running towards the top of the box, has it on her left foot, and she'll take a left-footed shot on the ground. That's going to go into the hands of Laney. Laney's punt comes short of midfield. You saw a substitution on that goal. Turner checked into the game, and she grabbed Orweiler. And Kleinstra moved up to left striker. Kopelman at right striker. Lee in the middle. Delatorre left side midfield. Turner playing the center attacking midfield position. Right behind her is Karsten. And on the right side of the midfield is Berg. And in the defense is Foltz, Lidner, and Mosier still across the back from left to right. Karsten splits two defenders on the dribble very nicely. Now splits two more on a pass. Up to Lee. Lee with her back to the goal, trying to turn. Can't turn past Phipps or Petty. Lee lays it back to Foltz. Foltz plays in the air over the defense, trying to find Kleinstra, and Kleinstra is going to try to win this off the keeper as Laney plays it out of bounds. That's going to be a Wheaton throw in their attacking third of the field on the near side. Throw from Delatorre goes into Kleinstra. Kleinstra with one defender on her back. That's going to be Rounce. Kleinstra trying to beat her. Now plays back to Delatorre. Delatorre has it on her right foot. Being defended by Areola. Delatorre with the ball near the top corner of the box. Now she loses it off a pass, and it's going to be cleared out by Phipps. Clearance goes to Lidner. Lidner fakes a pass over to Mosier. Now splits two defenders on the dribble. Now coming upfield, splits two more on the pass, sending a through ball to Lee. Lee trying to run onto it, and Laney's going to come into possession of it before she can get there. Laney with a high punt. This one coming down on the head of Turner. Turner header goes near side to Delatorre. Delatorre plays on the ground to Lee. That's going to be a missed trap, and that's going to go all the way back to the keeper. As we're seeing the same thing over and over again in the sense that, well, different ways that she's getting the ball, but eventually and ultimately Laney is coming up with the ball and trying to get it out of the Stars' territory, and she's not able to.
Yeah, Wheaton's really pressing the attack. Really, the one major time that it was in Wheaton's side of the field was when when it was played back to Olsen, and that turned into the goal. So Dominicans really needs to start pushing the ball up the field and maintain control longer than just a few seconds.
Yeah, and they were able to for a few seconds there and then lost again. Now Phipps wins it back. Phipps with a sliding tackle trying to take it from Kleinstra, and that's going to be won by Kleinstra as she stayed with it. Persistence wins that time. Turner plays up to Kleinstra. Kleinstra coming with the ball near the top of the box. Cleared out to the far side. Berg has it at their right midfield position now. Berg with two defenders on her back. Tries to cut upfield, and she's knocked down. Referee calls advantage, even though Wheaton is playing back to their own defenders. So now he will give Wheaton a free kick. Mosier's going to take it. This is just on Dominican side of midfield on the far side. I don't think they were ready for the long ball, and it comes in towards the top of the box to Delatorre, and that's going to be poked out by the defense. Poke goes to Karsten. Karsten trying to get it back up to Delatorre, but Phipps has it. Phipps trying to win it, and she does. Ball rolls back now to Areola. Areola with the ball and plays it upfield past Phipps. Karsten has it. Karsten nutmegs Phipps and then plays up to Lee. Lee has it, lays it back to Turner. Turner with the ball on her right foot. Plays up to Kopelman. Kopelman looked like she rolled her ankle over the ball. Now she's taking it into the box. Takes a shot with her right foot off the crossbar. That's going to come back to Areola. Areola clears upfield, and clearance goes to Andrea Chetty. Andrea Chetty passes it back. That's going to be Caranda with it. Caranda to Phipps. Phipps lays it more towards the middle of the field, and then it's touched upfield, won by Mosier. Mosier has it coming on the ground up across midfield in the middle of the field and plays square all the way across the field. That's going to go out of bounds as Delatorre can't get there. Throw for Dominican. Areola throws it into Phipps. Phipps gets it taken from her right away by Karsten. Karsten coming middle of the field, lays it back to Lidner. Lidner with a long clearance right foot, and that's going to be off the head of Kelly Rounce. Rounce's header goes to Delatorre. Delatorre cuts back middle of the field, now sends Kleinstra down the near side. Kleinstra coming towards the goal line, plays it with her left foot off of a defender and out of bounds. That's going to be another Wheaton corner kick.
Thunder, corner kick.
And your score right now is 3-1. Wheaton leading Dominican University. About 21 minutes left in the first half. Delatorre gets the ball off the corner kick, played short, goes to Kleinstra. Kleinstra lays it back to Foltz. Foltz plays the ball in the air towards the goal. Lee takes it out of the air and then takes a shot. Great turn and shot by Taryn. Goes right to the hands of the goalkeeper. And that punt is going to come short of midfield once again to Mosier. Mosier has it on the ground. She may look far side this time. She doesn't. She plays up to Lee instead. Now Lee touches far side. Kopelman has it. Kopelman with it near the corner flag on the far side. Kopelman lays it back to Berg. Berg trying to come towards the middle of the field. Now cuts back outside. Berg coming on the top corner of the box. Plays in the air across the box to Kleinstra. And Kleinstra's header goes just wide of the mark. Another goal kick.
University number 5, Alex Mooney. And number 18, Stephanie Starkey.
Alex Mooney and Stephanie Starkey check into the game. They're going to grab Areola and Mello.
And on that cross, that's the third time this game that Dominican has let a Wheaton offensive player cut across the goal virtually undefended. Kleinstra had an easy header just a little behind her and played it too far to the outside for it to go in. But Taryn's goal earlier was a result of not guarding across the goal.
Exactly. We saw the same thing there. Taryn with the ball near the top of the box, and she loses it, cleared out. It's going to be Berg putting her wheels on. Catches up with it, keeps it from going out of bounds, plays up to Kopelman. Kopelman turning line past the defender and plays it out of bounds. Well defended by Curiel. Curiel to take the throw now. Throw goes in and taken out by Mosier. Mosier coming up the field in the attacking third, and that's going to be taken now by Lee. Lee with the ball in the middle of the box, and then sliding tackle dispossesses her, touches outside. Kopelman with it. Kopelman has the ball on her right foot, plays over to Mosier. Mosier lays it back to Berg. That doesn't happen very often. Berg with the ball on her right foot. She plays in the air across the box, and that's going to go off of the side netting near post and out of bounds. Another goal kick. A little less than 19 minutes left in the first half. Wheaton leading the Dominican Stars 3-1. Goal kick taken low and in the air, though. Down the middle of the field, taken out of the air by Berg. Berg touches up to Kopelman. Kopelman lays back to Karsten in the middle of the field. Karsten has it on her her left foot, coming up the field, plays up to Kleinstra. Kleinstra through ball trying to find Delatorre. It's going to go out of bounds off of Dominican.
Thunder, corner kick.
Another corner for Wheaton, and you see him play it short almost every single time. They'll do it again here. Touch short goes to Kleinstra. Kleinstra beats her defender goal line, streaking towards the near post, takes a shot into the hands of Laney.
That was really great defense by Laney, holding that near post. That's critical for the goalie to make sure that nothing slips in there.
She just breezed past her defender. Ball comes back to Lidner now. Lidner plays up to Mosier. Mosier's got it. Plays towards the top of the circle to Turner. Turner loses it middle of the field, and here comes Dominican. Maybe one of their few counterattacks of the game. That's going to be Starkey, who just checked into the game. Starkey plays middle of the field to Karanda. Karanda plays to Phipps. Phipps with it on her right foot, being defended by Kleinstra. Kleinstra plays back up to Karanda. Karanda plays across the field, taken by Delatorre. Delatorre touch goes up to Turner. Turner touches up the middle of the field, trying to find Lee. Lee touches it through the legs of Curiel. Over to Kopelman. Kopelman with it near the top of the box, has one defender to beat. Beats her to her left, and now Lee has it. Lee has it backtracking towards the top of the box. Plays in the air. That's going to be taken out of the air and cleared by Petty. Petty's clearance comes down at the feet of Berg. Berg being defended by Madison, looks like. Now Berg plays over to Kopelman, far side. Kopelman in the air across the box into the hands of Laney. Laney's punt, best she's had so far this game, comes to midfield. Taken out of the air, though, by Wheaton. Played up to Del Torre. Del Torre lays back to Karsten. Karsten plays Foltz. Foltz with a little chip pass to Kleinstra. Kleinstra lays it for Lee. Lee passes up to, actually loses it. And now it's going to go off of Dominican on the near side. Kleinstra to take the throw. Again, you can watch this game online. Go to www.wetn.org. Watch this game live online as it happens. Lee plays the ball in the air across the box, taken out of the air by Kopelman. Kopelman's header goes wide of the mark, and that's going to be another goal kick for Dominican.
Dominican's really starting to get their defenses together. You saw on their attack when they lost it, Wheaton pushing up really hard. Looked like it was going to be a goal, but they managed to pull their defense back, and on that, forcing a really hard header for Kopelman to try to get in there, and just wasn't possible.
Goal kick taken. Won by Foltz. Foltz touch goes up to Kleinstra. Kleinstra touches to Lee. Lee with the ball near the top corner of the box on the near side. Plays Kleinstra towards the goal line. Kleinstra going to try to keep this in. Plays left foot across the box. Kopelman. Kopelman to Turner. Turner right-footed shot off a defender into the hands of Laney. And there is a player down on the field right now. And now she's up. Kleinstra is okay. Referee does not stop play. Little ricochet pass goes into the box for Wheaton, and it's going to be cleared out. That's going to be another Wheaton corner kick, as they are destroying the Stars on the corner kick advantage right now. A little less than 15 minutes left in the first half. Wheaton leading Dominican 3-1. And now Kleinstra will go down as the center referee stops play. And athletic trainer Chris Rice will go out and meet her halfway as she's walking towards him. Looks like she may have rolled her ankle or something like that. And Carrie Kashaba is going to check into the game for.
Checking in with the Thunder, number 21, Carrie Kashaba.
And Wheaton will resume play on the far side of the field. That's going to be a corner kick to be taken by Kopelman. This one will be played long. Kopelman plays it in the air across the box, taken out of the air by Lee, headed towards the goal, and that's going to be cleared out by the defense towards the top of the box. Turner comes down with it. Turner touch middle to Lee. Lee, good shielding, touches past one defender, and that's going to be Laney coming up off her line to collect it with her hands.
Laney, good job on that, being aware and coming up. Stopped the goal because there's no defenders near, so Laney had to come off that line. It was a good charge.
And the clock stops here as Lee pauses near the top of the box. So we've seen actually things you talked about before the game started. You were talking about good ball movement. We've seen that up top to a great extent tonight so far.
Yes, that led to the 3 goals for Wheaton, keeping the ball moving, keeping the defense guessing. Not sure where having options causes confusion on the defense. If you can pass it right or left, then they have to choose who to guard, and then you can just pick the other one, and then it's a one on the goalie opportunity, a lot easier to score.
So Lee checks out of the game as well, as she got banged up on that last play. Looks like she may have a bloody nose. She's holding a towel to her. She does, so hopefully that's all she's got, and she'll be able to clot that up and get back out on the field. So both captains checking out, and Hodina checks into the game for. So Hodina's going to be playing that center striker position. Clearance by Foltz goes to midfield, taken out of the air by Kashaba. Kashaba plays up to Turner. Turner sends Hodina. Hodina just fresh into the game, trying to beat the keeper to the ball. She can't as Laney gets there first. Laney plays up to Phipps. Phipps plays upfield, taken by Foltz off the ground. Foltz trying to maintain possession for Wheaton, and she does. Touches up to Hodina. Hodina turning towards the goal, has one defender in front of her, touches around her, and then gets taken out. As Petty must have been taught that you either take the ball or the man, or in this case the woman. Take the ball or the woman. She couldn't get the ball, so she took the woman.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because there was a pretty good opportunity. There's some options there to get a goal going through on the right and left side.
Mosier to take the free kick. Free kick goes over the crossbar. Just trying to punch that one on goal as it continues to rise on her. Another goal kick for Laney, and here's a substitution for Dominican.
Number 19, Nicole Ead.
Ead is in the game for Andrea Chetty, playing in the midfield, it looks like.
Yep. Goal kick taken, bounces short of midfield, taken out of the air by Foltz. Foltz header goes up to Hodina. Hodina with a flick on header trying to find Kishaba, and it's cleared high. Taken out of the air by Foltz once again. Header goes to Hodina. Hodina lays back to Karsten. Karsten with it, loses it. Now gets it back, plays over to Mosier. Mosier with it on the far side. Mosier plays on the ground, up to Kopelman. Kopelman loses it, and here comes Dominican. And as soon as I say that, they turn it over. Foltz steps into the way of a pass. Mosier with the ball now on the far side. Touches middle to Turner. Turner and Kishaba trying to win it for Wheaton in the middle of the field. Phipps has it, though. Now Kishaba pokes away from Phipps, and Turner has it in the middle of the field. Turner plays to Hodina. Hodina back to Turner. Turner takes a shot straight into the hands of the keeper, as it looked like Hodina was taken out of the box, but advantage was called. Shot was taken. Wheaton could not convert on that one. Long punt, and here comes Dominican in Wheaton's half of midfield. Goes back to Lidner. Lidner has one defender in front of her, plays Foltz. Foltz plays line to Kishaba. Kishaba lays it back to Delatorre. Delatorre trying to cut middle of the field past the defender. Instead, we'll just pass it back to Foltz on the near side. Foltz plays it back to Lidner, and Lidner has Mosier on her right with tons of space in front of her. Now she plays her. Mosier turns with the ball across her body and finds Berg on the line around midfield on the far side. Berg streaking up the field on the ground now. Now cuts it back. Coming up on the attacking third of the field, Berg plays it up around the right of her defender to Kopelman. Kopelman with the ball on the goal line. Kopelman cuts it back. Now plays Berg. Berg with the ball plays right foot across the box to Kishaba. Flick on to the keeper. That's a great volley shot by Kishaba.
Again, another time when Wheaton is cutting right across the box, and there's a defender there, but didn't really make a move for the ball. Do that too many times, Wheaton's going to score on you.
And Hodina has it touched away from her. That's going to go out of bounds for another Wheaton corner kick. 11 minutes left here in the first half. Wheaton College leading the Dominican University Stars by a score of 3-1. Corner kick taken short to Delatorre from Kishaba. Delatorre with it, trying to beat her defender towards the goal line. Now she does, plays negative across the box to Turner. Turner with it, and she took a touch just too far out in front of her. That's going to go back to Karsten. Karsten takes a shot from distance off the hands of the keeper. Hodina has it. Hodina plays back across the box to Kopelman, who puts it just wide of the mark.
And that was opened up by Hodina's hustle, getting there. There was a rebound off the goalie's hands, and just being there opens up the whole game again. The goalie's out of position, and just a missed opportunity by Wheaton.
Tough angle, granted, but Kopelman, she did the right thing, do you think, taking that shot there while she could?
Oh, definitely. Got to take those. Goalie's, like I said, way out of position, total opposite side of the goal. There's no one there, and just a little too out of position is the only problem.
Kishaba tries to beat Mooney on a through ball, and now it'll go past Delatorre. Out of bounds goal kick for Dominican. Several more student fans out now.
It's good to see them out there.
Yeah, we'll probably see more for the second half, too. Goal kick to be taken by Petty. Petty's goal kick goes to the head of Delatorre. Delatorre heads middle of the field, sprinting Hodina, trying to win it for Wheaton. Now Turner has it. Turner touches towards the top of the box. So that's going to be cleared out by Petty. Clearance goes to Mooney. Mooney touches middle of the field to Edie. Edie touches back, and that's going to be touched actually by Kishaba on the near side of the field, not a bounce. Throw for the Stars in their own defending third of the field and on the near side. Phipps with the ball coming up on the ground, trying to cross midfield. Now she will. Phipps' pass goes up to her attacker. That's going to be Karanda with the ball. Karanda loses it now in middle of the field. Kopelman lays it back to Lidner, and Wheaton will reset with a little less than 9 minutes left in the first half, leading 3-1. It's going to be a long ball down the far side of the field, taken down by Dominican and cleared back upfield. Good step by Mosier. Mosier has it on her right foot, plays on the ground up to Kopelman. Kopelman tries to touch to Berg on the line, and that's going to go out of bounds for a Dominican throw. Throw taken goes, looks like there's a foul call. on Wheaton, so that's going to be a free kick right around midfield on the far side for Liz Phipps. Phipps going to try to get this towards Wheaton's top of the box as nobody is showing short for her. And she will. Taken out of the air by Karsten. Karsten touch goes up to Hodina. Hodina sprinting onto the ball. Sends Kashaba on the near side. Kashaba with one defender in front of her. That's going to be Rounce. Plays past her to Hodina. Hodina being defended by Phipps. Hodina steps over the ball. Now tries to beat Phipps on the ground. Phipps takes it. Plays to Rounce, and Rounce touches it out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in for Wheaton. And center judge moving Kashaba back a few steps. Now she takes the throw. Throw goes into Delatorre towards the goal line. Delatorre being defended by Mooney. Mooney touches that out of bounds for another Wheaton corner. We have seen this a lot so far in the first half.
Yeah, Wheaton's just really keeping the offensive up. It's heartening to see that.
Corner kick taken to Kashaba from Delatorre. Delatorre has it now back from Kashaba. Delatorre on her right foot takes a shot just past the far post. That would have been a beauty of a goal.
Very nice. Putting it in the opposite corner with the goalie on the near side. It would be a very difficult save if Laney was able to get over there. Fortunately for Dominican, it just went a little wide.
Goal kick to be taken now by Dominican. Taken in the air. One bounce and taken out of the air by Turner. Turner's header is taken by Phipps. Phipps headed back upfield. Won by Kolpelman, though. Kolpelman touches near side to Berg. Berg touches down the line to Hodina. Hodina with the ball, trying to beat her defender. Now she does plays right foot across the box into the hands of Laney, as Kashaba was right there if Laney dropped it.
Yeah, and saving the play is Laney, again, moving forward, stepping in front. That's critical for the goalie to do. It will cut a lot of offensive plays short.
Kolpelman with the ball now in the middle of the field. Sends the ball down the far sideline, trying to find Berg, and Berg will win it, try to keep it in bounds, and she does. Now she's being bodied off the ball, no call. Lays it back to Kolpelman. Kolpelman with one defender on her back. Puts back over to Berg. Berg lays it across the box in the air. That's going to be headed out, though, straight to Delatorre. Delatorre with a volley shot. That's going to go over the crossbar and out of bounds for a goal kick.
Yeah, just not gauging the bounce right. Sent it high. A little too much under it instead of across it.
Exactly. It's very easy to lean back on those, especially when you're eager, instead of taking your time, getting over the ball, and volleying it, following straight through. Goal kick taken up the middle of the field. Lidner comes into possession of it, plays upfield on the ground to Kashaba. Kashaba plays near side to Delatorre. Delatorre with two defenders on her. Delatorre plays across the box. It's going to be cleared out, right back to her. Delatorre with the ball on the goal line. Has it on her right foot, now plays left foot off a defender into the hands of Laney. Almost won another corner for Wheaton. About 5 minutes left. Laney's going to have herself a punt. And she's just getting better as this half goes on. This punt comes just shy of midfield, taken out of the air by Karsten. Karsten plays upfield to Kashaba, and Kashaba trying to find Delatorre on the ground. It's going to roll out of bounds for a goal kick. Looks like Phipps is going to take this one for the Stars. Wheaton leading the Dominican University Stars by a score of 3-1, just under 5 minutes left in the first half. Coming off of a 5-1 win over Trinity University in Texas. Delatorre has the ball on the near side, cuts it under one of her legs, now cuts it back, plays it to Foltz. Foltz plays upfield, taken out of the air by Phipps. Phipps' touch goes middle of the field. Turner trying to win it for Wheaton. Turner has it on her right foot now and plays on the ground up to Kashaba near the top of the box. Kashaba takes a shot. That's going to go over the crossbar. I don't know how she got all that power on the ball. It didn't look like she had a lot of space to set it up.
Yeah, I think it's just another case of being a little eager, like we saw with Delatorre earlier. Just see an opportunity at the last moment. Just want to take that shot, and leaning back a bit too much, chips it up.
Goal kick taken in the air towards the bottom of the circle. Taken out of the air by Karsten. Karsten touch goes up to Hodina now. Hodina has it touched away from her back to Wheaton's backfield. That's going to be Foltz who has it. Foltz touches up to Kashaba. Kashaba with the ball on her right foot. Trying to cut it back towards the goal line. Being well defended by Phipps. Plays back to Delatorre. Delatorre being defended by Caranda. Delatorre lays back to Foltz, and Foltz lays it all the way back across midfield on the ground to Lidner. Lidner plays far side now to Mosier. Mosier plays on the ground up to Kolpman. Kolpman coming middle of the field. She has it taken from her. And now she wins it back, plays up to Hodina. Hodina has it on her right foot in the middle of the field, plays on the ground to Kashaba in the box, and it's going to roll past her into the hands of Laney.
Again, Laney stepping out. She's really moving around back there and really helping out her team by getting out there and stopping the offensive plays as they're happening. You can see how she got those 4 shutouts earlier this season.
That's right, 5 wins for Laney on the season. She's got 4 shutouts in those 5 wins, as you mentioned earlier before the game. Petty has it in the backfield for Dominican. Clearance goes up to Foltz. Foltz touch to Karsten. Karsten back to Foltz. Foltz with a defender on her, plays middle of the field. That's going to be, looks like Mooney moving up from the defense. She's on the left side now for Dominican. Middle of the field. That's going to be Starkey with it. Starkey almost lost it to Karsten. Plays it back. Now Phipps has it in the middle of the field. Phipps being defended by Karsten. Karsten touches it away from her to Kashaba. Kashaba trying to cut it back across the field. Now plays over to Karsten. Karsten has Delatorre line on the near side. Delatorre wins it. Now Delatorre has it coming up near the top corner of the box on the near side. Coming towards the middle of the field. Plays on the ground in the box. Trying to find Hodina. Hodina has it in the box. Touches goal line. Now plays left foot into the hands of Laney. Doesn't matter. She crossed her bounds as it went over the goal line. Another good opportunity, though, for Wheaton.
Yeah, they made a nice cut across the goal, the penalty box, and was right there for the opportunity. Just couldn't handle it. Score right now is 3-1 with about 1:30 left to play. Wheaton's winning.
And there's a clearance by Mosier. Goes off the head of a defender. And is Laney going to be able to keep this one in? She will. It's great effort keeping that from going out of bounds. Diving on it. She'll have a punt now instead of a corner kick for Wheaton. Punt goes upfield, taken by Mosier. Mosier plays in the air to the middle of the field. Hodina wins it, playing that center striker attacking position. Hodina lays it back on the ground across midfield to Lidner.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Lidner trying to find Delatorre on the line, and too far out in front of her. Delatorre is going to watch that go out of bounds. Throw taken towards the middle of the field. Now laid back. That's going to be Rounce with it. Rounce plays up to Phipps. Phipps and Turner battling for the ball in midfield. Phipps plays upfield, and she finds Karanda. Karanda lays it back. That's going to be Starkey with it. Starkey plays over far side of the field to Mooney, and she's dispossessed by Berg. Berg coming upfield for Wheaton, plays on the ground, splitting a couple defenders before it goes straight to the feet of Curiel. Curiel plays upfield to Camacho. Camacho loses it now in Wheaton's box. That's Foltz with it. Foltz with it on the far side of the field, trying to keep Dominican from scoring, and Foltz with a sliding tackle on Camacho.
10, 9.
It's going to be a free kick, and the clock is stopped as the referee wants to make sure that Dominican can get this free kick in. Also checking on the status of the player that was fouled. 7.8 seconds left. Wheaton has got to try to prevent this one from going in the goal. Free kick taken. It's going to be about basically a corner kick from the far side. Taken in the air, and that's going to go out of bounds.
5, 4.
That'll most likely do it for the first half.
1.
And your score at halftime is Wheaton College 3, Dominican University 1. You talked about ball movement earlier. Before this game started, you talked about being able to move well without the ball. One thing that we talked about before we went on air was being patient with the ball. We saw a little bit of eagerness, maybe not as much patience as Wheaton should have, but you know, you see the goal. You just want to let loose and try to put it in. What recommendation would you give these girls who are maybe, in your terms, a little bit too eager?
It's really hard when you're playing that game. It's really easy to get wrapped up, and like you said, you just see the goal and you want to put it in and help your team out. But just taking that extra half second and making sure that you really can put on a solid shot can make a difference, a really big one. You can have a shot going over the net as opposed to going in the net. It's that simple, just making sure that everything is lined up perfect.
All right. I am Noah Helm, joined by Ryan Gregornik, and at halftime it is 3-1. We'll have your halftime stats once we come back, but for now, we're going to go back to the studio.
If you're looking for schedules and results and information about all Wheaton College teams, go to athletics.wheaton.edu. There's things right on there for the women's golf team as well. Live stats are available for several sports, and you can even sign up for free RSS feeds and text messages. This has been a production of Wheaton College Athletics and WETN Radio. Special thanks to Nate Frank of the Wheaton Athletic Department for his help setting this up. For the Thunder Sports Report, this is Dan Balo. Thank you for listening.
Well, that's going to wrap it up here on the WETN Halftime Report. We are going to send it back out to Noah Helm and Ryan Gregornik for all the action from the second half of today's game, where Wheaton is leading Dominican University 3-1, and hopefully they will have some halftime statistics for you from the first half. So take it away, Noah.
Thanks, Ben. We do have some halftime statistics for you, and they are about as one-sided as you can get. Wheaton with 24 shots in the first half compared to Dominican's 1. And, Ryan, why don't you tell us about that one, quote, shot?
That was a really unfortunate occurrence on Wheaton, or it was an accident more. So Olsen in goal had gotten the ball back, and Reynoso was charging her for Dominican, and Olsen trying to draw her away so that Mosier would have an open lane down the side. Just held it a little too long, tried to pass it out, and Reynoso just got a foot on it and went in.
So should we say shot or deflection, or we're going to call it a shot for statistical purposes, but really Dominican University not even able to really put a shot on goal other than that one deflection that went in for them. So Dominican with one goal in the first half. That was scored by Reynoso.
And you have to give Reynoso credit. That was really great hustle, getting down there and putting some pressure on Olsen and forcing that bad pass. But still, Dominicans got to be able to get more of an offensive presence in this game if they want any chance of staying in it.
Yeah, that's right. It was fantastic pressure by Reynoso. For Wheaton, 24 shots in the first half, 11 of them were on goal, 3 of them were in the goal. Taryn Lee with 5 shots, 2 on goal. She scored her 20th goal of the season in the first half. Kleinstra scored a goal off 3 shots, 2 of them on goal. Orweiler's got ones across the board, 1 shot on goal, 1 goal, 1 assist. She picked up that assist on the second goal for Wheaton. That was scored by Kleinstra. And Berg assisted on the third goal, scored by Lee. And Dominican actually was the last team to score. They were trailing 3-0 before that shot. Wheaton leading in corner kicks 9-1 at the half. And Dominican keeper Jackie Laney made 8 saves in the first half. So really capable keeper. You talked about she was going to be a good keeper. She has gotten off her line and made the plays when she's had to.
Yeah, she's definitely minimalized the damage of this game. The offense on Wheaton's side it's been very impressive. The ball movement, getting in open lanes, and the shots on goal have it's been just pummeling the defenses of Dominican, and Laney doing a very impressive job in stopping a lot of those shots.
Wheaton's going to be running from left to right on your radio dial to start this second half. In the defense for Wheaton, from right to left is going to be Turner, Lidner, and Oliver. In front of Oliver on that left side midfield is going to be, looks like Hodina out on the far side. Lee with the ball now, trying to play it into the box. It's going to go off a defender out of bounds for a Wheaton corner. Just 15 seconds into the second half, Wheaton wins another corner. In the midfield, it's going to be, looks like Karsten and Kishaba playing in the center. Kishaba playing in front of Karsten, and Grove out on the right side. Then you've got Herman, Lee, and Kleinstra up top. It's going to be headed out off the ball plate into the box. And it's going to go out of bounds on the far side, Wheaton throw.
And it's good to see Lee and Kleinstra back in the game after their previous injuries in the first half. Didn't look too serious, but it's nice to see them back in the game.
Lee had what looked like a nosebleed in the first half, and Kleinstra, we weren't quite sure what she had as Wheaton wins another corner kick. This is maybe just setting some national records tonight. They've got 11 corner kicks a minute into the second half, and Hodina goes goal line and tries to play it negative, and that's going to go off the hands of Laney, but they're going to say Hodina, or rather the ball, rolled over the goal line. That's going to be a goal kick for Laney and the Stars. Kick taken to the far side of the field, being defended by Hodina. It's going to go out of bounds off of Dominican. Hodina did take the throw. Throw goes into Kashaba. Kashaba with the ball on the far sideline, plays right foot across the box in the air. That's going to be headed out by Petty. Header goes to the top of the box. Lee with it at the top of the box. She gets stuck for a second. Now plays back to Kashaba. She's knocked down. Advantage is called. Hodina has it. Hodina chipped to the top of the box to Kleinstra. Kleinstra header goes to Lee. Lee with the ball running towards the goal. Has it on her left foot, and it's going to go into the hands of Laney.
Laney again stepping off that line and jumping on the ball before Lee can really do some damage up there.
Punt taken out of the air by Karsten. Then Dominican clearance goes over the far side. That's going to be a throw for Oliver, who's getting her first minutes of the game here early second half. Oliver's throw goes in off the head of Kleinstra. Flick on up to Kashaba. Kashaba plays middle of the field. That's going to be possessed by Dominican University and Mello, who checked back into the game for the second half. Karsten with a through ball down the far sideline to Kashaba. Kashaba's got one defender on her. That's going to be Rounce. Will she be able to beat Rounce? She's got it on the far side, plays on the ground towards the top of the box to Kleinstra. Kleinstra plays on the ground. That's going to go past the goal line, out of bounds. Goal kick for Dominican.
And Wheaton really able to keep up the pressure even with some new players out there. Probably helping to have some fresh legs, though.
Absolutely, and it looks like Kashaba now will move up top, and Kleinstra drops back to the center of the field. Ball bouncing towards the bottom of the circle for Dominican. That's going to be Mello with it. Mello plays near side, trying to find Curiel, and she does. It's going to go out of bounds, though. Grove to take a throw. Throw goes up to Herman. Herman with the ball being defended, and she loses it now to the middle of the field. Now Grove takes it off a pass. Grove drops it back to Karsten. Karsten plays square to Oliver. Oliver with one defender hard on her back. That's Andrea Chetty. Oliver cuts it back past her and now plays over far side to Hodina. Hodina with a long ball trying to send Kashaba down that far side, being defended by Phipps. Kashaba trying to win it from Phipps. Nice little battle on the far side, and Phipps comes out with it. She's got it now in the center of the field. Now she'll lose it to Kleinstra coming up on the goal. Kleinstra plays over to Lee. Lee has a shot here, and she'll play it with her left foot to the upper 90 right side. Second goal of the game for Taryn.
Great through ball, and way to get past the defenders. Is good moves by Lee, pretending to fake cut it to the right and bouncing it to the left around the defender. Threw them off, and then it was essentially just a shot against the keeper. No defensive presence at all.
That gives Wheaton a 4-1 lead here, just a little over 4 minutes into the second half. That's Taryn's second goal of the game. That gives her two.
Her third of the game.
Excuse me, apparently her third. No, it is her second of the game. That gives her 2 on the game and 21 on the season. Ball played now middle of the field. That's going to be Grove who has it. Grove plays through the legs of a defender to Kleinstra. Kleinstra touch up to Lee. Lee turns right past one defender and being bodied up well. Now she's tripped up, and it's going to be a free kick for Wheaton. Lee thought about taking it quickly and then leaves it for Karsten. Karsten's going to have this free kick from about 30 yards out. Karsten plays in the air to the head of the defense. Headed to the top of the box. And now it's cleared out. That's going to be Karanda with it on the far side. Karanda coming on the ground up across midfield on the far side, being defended by Hodina. Through ball on the ground overshoots Andrea Chetty. That's going to go, actually, Oliver kept it in play, or that's Lidner, actually, and Lidner knocked it off of Andrea Chetty for a goal kick, and we have a keeper substitution here in the second half. It's going to be Justine Morey playing goal. We had Carly Olson in goal in the first half. And Morey's goal kick goes out of bounds on the far side. That's going to be a throw now for Dominican. Throw taken over the head of Hodina, and it's knocked right back off the head of Oliver. Another throw for Dominican. Throw goes in towards the top corner of the box on the far side of the field. Now it's touched middle of the field, and Kashaba wins it. Kashaba with the clearance. That's going to go off the head of sweeper Catherine Petty. Back to Grove. Grove touches upfield trying to find Herman. Herman loses the ball towards the middle of the field to Curiel. Now wins it back and plays Kleinster. Kleinster coming with the ball, has two defenders in front of her, trying to beat one defender to her left. Plays on the ground across the mouth of the goal, and that's going to go into the hands of Laney.
It looked like she was trying to lead Lee there, and Laney, again, coming off her line and preventing that from happening.
Long punt. Taken out of the air by Turner, and now it goes back to Oliver. Oliver's going to kick it out of bounds here on the near side. Throw to be taken by Curiel. Throw goes low into Reynoso, who scored the goal in the first half. Reynoso touches it over to Madison. Madison touches middle of the field. Now it's going to be cleared down the line by Kleinster. Lee's running onto it. Lee has it here on the near sideline, coming middle of the field. Beats her defender towards the middle of the field. Top of the box, has it on her right foot. Now plays over to Kashaba, and Kashaba slots it by into the back of the goal. And that's going to be whistled back, actually. So the fifth goal is turned over. That's going to not be a goal. Offsides was the call as Kashaba was past the last defender when the ball was played to her.
That's a good job by Dominican's defense pushing forward and forcing Kashaba offsides. Otherwise, the result would have been a goal, and they would have been down 5-1 instead of just 4-1.
And the clock continues running now after it paused momentarily. Lee is going to have it. Lee sends a through ball on the ground trying to find Herman. She won't be able to, but Kleinster does. Herman with the ball now on the near side, plays it across the box into the hands of Laney, and she has not bobbled much this evening.
Yeah, it's she's been very impressive despite just getting continually shot at all game, making a lot of great saves, coming off her line, and really doing a good job on stopping the Wheaton's offensive attack.
Lidner has the ball on her right foot, plays up across midfield to Kashaba. Kashaba with Phipps in front of her. Tried to play through Phipps, goes off of Phipps, up to Lee. Lee with it on the far sideline, being defended by Rounce. Cuts it back towards Wheaton's side of the field. Now cuts it back towards the goal line, plays left foot across the box and into the goal. We saw that from Lee earlier this season when it went off the crossbar. Deja vu. This time it hits the side netting, giving Wheaton a 5-1 lead on Dominican.
Very, very impressive. Just keeping enough loft on there to get over Laney. Laney did all she could. You'd have to be, 7 foot tall to stop that shot.
Yeah, I don't know if even a 7-footer would have stopped it. It came right in. Looked like she was trying to cross it, and it just fell in over the keeper, under the crossbar, and into the side netting from the far side. We saw that goal, almost identical goal, earlier this year. It was her second goal of that game, and it gave Wheaton the lead. Wheaton's already got the lead in this one, looking to win their 14th game of the season. Dominican with the ball on the far side. Plays over to Phipps. Phipps loses it now. Through ball down the far sideline to Lee. Lee has it on her right foot, and space will be closed on her as they want to give her absolutely nothing to work with. I can't blame them after that last goal. Kleinster has the ball, middle of the field, touches back to Karsten. Karsten trying to find Kleinster once again, and her pass is taken by Karanda. Karanda's clearance goes all the way back to Lidner. Lidner plays on the ground far side to Hodina, who showed line. Hodina has Lee on the line in front of her. Kashaba up in front of her as well. Plays off of Phipps and now plays over towards the near side to Grove. Grove plays back middle of the field to Kleinster. Kleinster lays it back to Lidner. Lidner plays here near side across midfield to Turner. Turner plays up line to Herman. Herman with one defender hard on her back, and that's going to be a foul on Pickle as she just put a little too much pressure right there. Free kick for Herman. Herman towards the top of the box. Flick on header by Kashaba. That's going to bounce once into the hands of Laney.
We've got a score of 5-1, Wheaton leading right now with about 35 minutes left to play.
And Turner's going to be whistled for a foul on Dominican side of midfield, coming up over the back, had her arm on the defender. Free kick now for Dominican. It looks like Petty's going to take it. Petty plays it on the ground. Up to Karanda. Karanda with Karsten in front of her. Karanda with the ball on her right foot. Sends a through ball in the air to the goal line. And that's going to go out of bounds off of Dominican. Good opportunity there, though. Got right over the Wheaton defense.
19, Mackenzie Williams.
We have Mackenzie Williams coming into the game for Lee. So Lee, after putting in a good effort for this game, is going to take a breather.
Hat trick. Nice little effort.
You know, just
about an average game for Taryn this year. Lee's got 22 goals on the season, 3 in this game. Through ball up to Williams. Williams was touched in the back. Now advantage is called. She's going to use her speed and send Kashaba on a through ball. Kashaba with the ball may lay it back to Williams, puts a shot on instead. Shot goes straight into the hands of Laney. She had Williams, though, back in the middle of the field if she wanted a little give and go. Williams might have had a little better angle on it, but Kashaba putting a well-struck shot on goal.
It was a good job of Laney holding on to that because Williams was charging in right after. So if she had bobbled, it could have turned out for a goal for Wheaton.
Here's a through ball from Phipps over to the far side. That's going to be played towards the center of the field and shot over the crossbar. Wheaton dodging a bullet there. Goal kick for Maury. And we've got the fans coming out and being a little more rambunctious now on the far side of the field. Don't know if you can hear them. Through ball played over the head of Williams, trying to run onto it. That's going to be cleared out. Clearance goes up towards Grove. Grove and Kleinstra battling for it. Kleinstra wins it. Kleinstra with one defender in front of her, and she has it taken from her. And then a very rough Katie Pickle touches the ball out of bounds as she just knocked down Kleinstra and then knocked down Herman on the far side. No call, though. It's going to be a Wheaton throw. Liebedor checks into the game for, let's see, she didn't get Oliver because Oliver
Turner
came over from the left side, so Turner checks out. Good observation. Ball played towards the center of the field to Kleinstra. Kleinstra lays it back, trying to find Liebedor, and she can't find her. Good step by Andrea Chetty. Andrea Chetty plays over far side to Areola. Areola lays it back center of the field, bottom of the circle. And here's a ball on the ground upfield, taken off the ground by Oliver. Oliver plays up to Kleinstra, back to Karsten. Karsten has it near the bottom of the circle for Wheaton. Karsten lays over to the far side to Liebedor. Liebedor plays upfield across midfield to Kashaba. Kashaba back to Karsten. Karsten plays square to Hodina. Hodina coming upfield down the far sideline, plays middle of the field to Kashaba. Kashaba with a through ball down the line to Liebedor, and Liebedor plays off the hand of a defender. That's going to be essentially a corner kick for Wheaton.
That was a good movement down the field. They're really patient and just short passes, not forcing anything. Put some pressure on the defense and forced a handball.
Kick to be taken now for Wheaton. Basically a corner kick from the far side. Liebedor takes it in the air towards the center of the box. That's going to be headed out to Hodina. Hodina with a volley that's going to go out of bounds off the end line for a goal kick for Laney or Phipps or whoever will take it for the Stars. Wheaton College leading 5-1 with about 31 minutes left here in regulation. Caitlin Kishkun is getting ready to check into the game. Next available opportunity. Goal kick taken low up the middle of the field. Now it is cleared to Lidner. Lidner running back. Has Maury behind her. No pressure in front of her, though, and she'll turn it back upfield. Now she lays square. Dangerous pass across the field to Oliver. Oliver plays right foot up across midfield on the ground, trying to find Herman. Knocked back into Wheaton territory. Kleinstra comes up with it now on the near side. Kleinstra coming with the ball on the ground up across midfield. Has Herman to her left. One defender in front of her. Takes it right past Pickle. Now she has it on her right foot, attacking third of the field. Plays back to Grove. Grove with a long ball in the air towards the center of the box. Bounces once past Williams to Hodina. Hodina plays it just wide of the mark. That's going to be a goal kick for Dominican.
And we have Kish Kunis coming in for Kleinstra. Oh, nope. Yes, Kleinstra. Little hesitation.
Little hesitation. I don't want to come out, Coach.
I don't think anyone really wants to come out, especially in a game like this.
Yeah, 5-1 is your score right now. Wheaton College leading Dominican. So Kish Kunis is going to be playing in the center of the field. She'll be playing center attacking midfield. Unless something changes. That's where she's at right now. Hodina's throw goes into Kish Kunis. Kish Kunis watches it skip up off the ground, took a bad hop and hit her in the hand. That's going to be a free kick for Phipps and the Stars. And Phipps lining up over this, going to play this towards the top of the box. Long kick goes actually towards the penalty area, bounces once off the head of Oliver, and Oliver heads it a second time. Now she comes down at her feet, plays it out of bounds across the goal line. It's going to be a corner kick now for Dominican. Dangerous ball into Wheaton's box.
Yeah, and I'm really surprised. I would have thought that Dominican would have charged that ball a little harder, but letting Oliver get two headers in there and then being able to clear it out of bounds, Dominican really should have been more aggressive on that ball.
A little less than 29 minutes left in regulation. Corner kick for the Stars, looking to cut this lead to 5-2. Ball played in the air across the center of the box. That's going to be headed out by Oliver. And there's a volley shot. Well wide by Pickle. Now a shot on goal. That's going to be saved by Maury. And she records the first Wheaton save of the evening. Rolls it out to Liebedor. Liebedor plays on the ground center of the field to Karsten. Karsten splits two defenders on the ground to Kish Kunis. Kish Kunis turns with it across her body. Now plays square across the field to the near side to Oliver. Oliver has it on her right foot. Plays on the ground to midfield. To Herman. Herman cuts it back towards the center of the field. And she's going to have it taken from her by Pickle. Pickle plays center of the field to Karanda. Karanda gets stuffed by Karsten, rather. Back to Pickle. Pickle plays up to Karanda, and Karanda tries to send a through ball down the near sideline. Cleared out by Oliver. Oliver's clearance, one hop, and then it finds Williams up top. Williams has got some speed. Can she break past these two defenders? She breaks past one. Now could have a shot past another. Left-footed shot goes wide of the mark. Goal kick for Dominican.
Dominican number 15, Kelsey Holloway.
We have a sub for Dominican. Holloway coming in for Madison. Trying to just get some fresh legs out there, hopefully get some more goals.
And Holloway will switch over to the right side for Dominican, sending Ariel over to the left side. Goal kick played back to Liebedor. Liebedor lays it back to Lidner. Lidner coming with the ball up across midfield now on the ground to Carson. Carson blows by one defender and then plays on the ground past a couple more to Williams. Williams with the ball on her right foot, slots it past the keeper on the ground for a goal. I believe that's her 6th of the season.
Very, very impressive. Good through ball. Williams making a perfect cut down the middle, splits the defense, one-on-one with the goalie. Really nothing Laney could do.
So that one coming from Karsten. And Karsten still in the stats does not have an assist listed, although I am positive at least the last game she got one. This one will be recorded for sure, picking up at least her official first assist of her career, which she's done for maybe the 3rd or 4th time now.
Laura Karsten. Williams from Karsten.
That extends Wheaton's lead to 6-1 with just over 26 minutes left in regulation. Grove with the ball on the near side, trying to win it back for Wheaton, and she does. Wins it from Mooney. Mooney applying good pressure. Grove cuts middle of the field past Mooney. Now she's got space to work with. Play center of the field to Kishaba. Kishaba with Kishkunis on her right decides to play over in the box to Hodina on the far side. Hodina is going to try to win it for Wheaton. She can. It's cleared out to Williams. Williams has it on her right foot. It's going to go out of bounds off of Dominican. Throw for the Thunder. Throw to be taken by Hodina. Over the head of one defender to Williams. Williams has it on her right foot near the top corner of the box on the far side. Plays across to the center of the field to Karsten. Karsten has it taken from her. That's going to be, looks like Starkey coming away with it. Starkey plays up to Ariola. Ariola with the ball on the far side now. She switched back over to the far side. Tries to go by Oliver. Oliver wins it. Plays over to Lindner, and Lindner clears it upfield to Hodina. Hodina with a two-touch combination up across midfield to, looks like Kishaba. Kishaba plays up in the air. That's going to be taken out of the air by Phipps and headed out of bounds. Wheaton throw right at midfield on the far sideline. Throw goes into Kishkunis. Touch too far out in front of her. She's dispossessed. That's going to be Rounce coming down with it. Rounce plays upfield to Karanda, coming upfield on the ground. Here's a long ball to the head of Lindner. Lindner header goes to Kishkunis. Kishkunis, good trap, now plays far side to Hodina. Hodina plays on the ground up across midfield. That's going to be Phipps stepping, though. Phipps has it, plays on the ground trying to send Ariola, and there's a good step by Lindner. Long clearance over the head of Rounce. Will this go out of bounds? If it does, it'll be off Rounce. She keeps it in play. Still on the far sideline. Now she plays it out of bounds. It's going to be a Wheaton throw on the far sideline.
Mia Delatorre.
We have a sub for Wheaton. Delatorre is coming in for Kishkunis. Nope. Another change.
Yeah, she was yelling out to Kishkunis, but she's actually coming in for Hodina. And Kishkunis will remain at that center attacking midfield position. Delatorre going to be playing left midfield as she did in the first half. Throw is taken up to Kishaba. Kishaba lays back to Delatorre. Delatorre with Kishkunis on her right. Plays up to Williams instead. Williams has it near the top corner of the box on the far side. Lays back to Kishaba. Kishaba has it on her right foot. Three defenders around her. Cuts past one, going towards the goal line. Has it on her left foot. Plays across the box into the hands of Laney.
Yeah, things were looking really bunched in that corner there for a moment, and it's a good job of Kishaba getting into some free space to be able to get a shot on goal.
And Laney with the punt comes down around midfield, defended by Oliver. Ariola lays it back to Pickle. Pickle plays on the ground, deflected off of Herman. And there's a clearance eventually by Petty. Clearance goes up to Mooney. Mooney drops it back to Starkey. Starkey coming back across the field, being defended by Kishkunis. Pass is taken by Karsten in the middle of the field. Karsten has it on her right foot. One defender in front of her. Karsten takes it by her. Now hesitates, lets her catch up, and then takes it by her for sure. Now Pickle steps. Pickle trying to stop Karsten, and she's going to knock it out of bounds. That's going to be another Wheaton corner kick.
Heading to Wheaton, number 17, Kristen Clark.
And we have another sub for Wheaton. Clark is coming in for Karsten.
So Karsten checks out, and Clark checks in. Corner kick to be taken by Kishkunis, and it looks like Jamie Herman. Plays short to Kishkunis. Kishkunis coming across the goal line, plays negative, just shoots right past Williams. Touch back to Delatorre, top of the box. Delatorre takes a left-footed shot off a defender. That was Phipps getting in the way of it. Phipps coming down with it now near the top corner of the box on the far side. Plays on the ground upfield. That's going to be taken by Liebedor. Liebedor puts it right back to, looks like Kishkunis now in the middle of the field. Kishkunis touches over to Kishaba. Kishaba coming back towards Wheaton side, leaves it for Liebedor. Liebedor plays the line to Delatorre, who stayed on sides. Delatorre coming near that top corner, far side, plays over to Herman. Herman with the ball in the middle of the box and shoots it past the keeper for Wheaton's 7th goal of the game. Jamie Herman, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that was a really great cut right across. Just a flat cut through the penalty box. And, again, it just seems that Dominican is letting Wheaton cut through there. There was a defender there, but a quick turn, and they're already past.
That is her 4th goal of the season.
Wheaton, number 15,
The assist, it looked like it came from Maria Delatorre. So that's her 5th assist of the season.
And we have Sutton in for Kashaba.
So Kashaba checks out.
Her 4th of the season for number 3, Jamie Herman.
Here's going to be Dominican coming up the middle of the field right now.
Herman from Delatorre.
Wheaton leads 7-1 over Dominican University with a little over 21 minutes left in regulation. Sutton's going to be playing that left midfield position, plays inside to Delatorre, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Dominican, actually, off the clearance. So Delatorre's playing that center attacking midfield position where Kishkunis was playing a moment ago. Kishkunis and Karsten out, as you heard. Long ball off a free kick for Dominican. Cleared out, up to Delatorre. Delatorre with it in Wheaton territory. 2 defenders in front of her. Plays line to Sutton. Sutton has it on the line. 1 defender in front of her. Now plays line to Williams. Williams trying to keep it in play and hits Sutton right back. Sutton up to Kishkunis, who actually moved up to the center attacking position. She's offsides.
It was a great move by the Dominican defender. Kishkunis was onside just a second before. A quick step up, forced her to offsides, Dominican ball.
You often hear football as referred to as the game of inches. How about this football? We saw it right there. Offside's a matter of inches. Here's a through ball to Grove on the near side of the field. Grove going to try to keep it in play. Plays it with her right foot across the box. That's going to come down at the feet of Williams. Williams is going to lose it to Pickle now. Pickle trying to play it out of bounds on the near side of the field. And here's a clearance down the line. Oliver sprinting onto it, and it's going to go straight back up to Grove. Grove plays middle of the field to Herman. Herman trying to send Grove now. Grove going to try to keep this in bounds, and she does momentarily. Now it's going to roll out of bounds for a goal kick. And it looks like we'll have a keeper substitution, Ryan.
Yeah, Scholes is coming in for Laney, and 2 more people for Dominican, and 1 more for Wheaton.
So it looks like Esther Tan is going to be checking in for Wheaton. She's going to grab Lidner. What does that do to the defense? You see him shift around. Tell us the layout now of the defense.
We have Tan on the right side, Oliver in the middle, and Libidour on the left-hand side.
So Oliver moves to the center. Lidner coming out. Williams with the ball near the top of the box, has it kicked away from her. Now it's kicked back to Grove. Grove has it on the near side, tries to play middle of the field to Delatorre. Great turn, coming up the center of the field now, coming towards the top of the box, and now she's dispossessed by Starkey. Starkey's clearance goes upfield to, looks like Messina. Messina loses it now to Libidour. Libidour plays back to Tan. Tan plays up towards midfield, trying to find Delatorre. It's not going to find her, though, as it finds Caranda instead. Caranda plays over to Starkey. Starkey being defended by Delatorre. Now Williams comes out of nowhere and wins it for Wheaton. Williams touch up goes to Delatorre. Delatorre with a defender in front of her, streaking Herman and Williams. Pass goes to Williams. Williams touch to Herman. Herman running in it. It's going to be a sliding Schultz who comes up with that one.
So it looks like both of Dominican's keepers are not afraid to come off that line and stop the offense.
That's right. Schultz very eager to get off the line and do just exactly that. Through ball trying to find Sutton. Sutton's going to try to keep it in. She does keep it in. Now plays right foot across the box, headed out by Phipps. Phipps's header goes to Caranda. Caranda clearance taken out of the air by Tan. Tan touch up to Clark. Clark touch upfield taken out of the air by Phipps. Now Delatorre has it. Delatorre plays on the ground up to Williams. Williams touch over to Kishkunis. Kishkunis takes a long shot. Into the hands of Scholes. Good attempt, though, by Kishkunis. Put that one on goal. Tough shot to save.
Yeah, there's Scholes was really stretching out to get that. Had to tip it to herself, but maintaining control. And it was a great save.
Just over 17 minutes left now in the game. Wheaton College leading Dominican University by a score of 7-1. Score was 3-1 at half. Coming off of a 5-1 win over Trinity University in Texas. Pass goes back to Delatorre. Delatorre takes a long rip herself into the hands of Scholes, and she falls over backwards catching that one as it knocked her over.
A lot of power behind that one.
A lot of power behind that one. Punt goes off the head of Clark all the way back to Oliver. Oliver has got a little bit of time before Areola gets back to her. Now Areola is defending. Oliver plays it up past her to Herman. Herman with Pickle on her back, lays it back to Tan. Tan trying to possess the ball. Herman's pass was a little behind her. Now Pickle wins it. Pickle loses it now off the pass as Clark comes up and goes by a defender, trying to send Williams, and she does. Williams has got speed. Look out, this could be her second goal of the game. Looks like she's going to have to settle for it maybe another time as she gets the ball off a deflection, does not play it because she would have been offsides. It's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick for Dominican.
We have 2 more subs for Dominican.
Dominican number 19, Nicole Ada.
We have
Number 22,
Eid
Mary Holmeyer.
and Holmeyer in the game for Starkey and Holloway.
Goal kick taken by Phipps up the middle of the field. Delatorre stepped right past it, and Caranda's coming down now the other way. Some of the best penetration we've seen from Dominican so far this game. Through ball into Wheaton's box. Libidor defending. Libidor knocks it off a defender, now touching it towards the outside, and she touches it upfield to Kishkunis. Good play by Caitlin Libidor.
Yeah, big hustle, saved that. Great counterattack by Dominican, pushing it right down the field after the goal kick.
Now it's going to be the ball on the far side. Still Dominican in there attacking third of the field. Defended by Libidor once again. And Libidor touches it out of bounds. That's going to be a corner for Dominican.
Corner kick.
But once again, she's right there, not allowing her attacker to get towards the center of the field or beat her on the line. So,
yeah, and that's great to see from your subs. You wanna know that when you take out the starters that your subs can take care of business back there, especially in the defense. You don't want any gaps in that.
Corner taken out of the air by Herman, headed upfield, and it's going to go out of bounds about halfway to midfield, far side. Throw in for Dominican. Throw goes into Mooney. Mooney's touches upfield to Kishkunis, actually. Kishkunis touches middle of the field to Herman. Herman with plenty of defenders in front of her, and she gives her team a little time to catch up. Delatorre has it now on the far side. Delatorre with Kishkunis on the line, plays her. Kishkunis plays left foot towards the top of the box. Williams trying to win it. Williams has it at her feet, lays it back to Delatorre on the ground. Delatorre spins around, takes a left-footed shot. That's going to go out of bounds. Goal kick Stars.
Number 21, Carrie Kashaba.
Kashaba is checking back in for Wheaton, and Williams is coming out.
Williams did pick up her 6th goal of the season earlier today. Wheaton leading 7-1. Taryn Lee has a hat trick. 1 goal in the first half, 2 in the second half. The last one was almost identical of a goal we saw earlier from her this year. From the far side of the field, almost just a long cross. And instead of going in off the post this time, it just came down side netting.
Yeah, that shot was perfect. Right amount of power, right amount of touch. Just being able to just get it over the goalie and just drop it in under the crossbar. Very impressive.
Now the ball's touched back, and a long left-footed clearance by Oliver sends the defense running backwards. Taken out of the air and played upfield. Clark's going to win it, though. Clark plays over to Herman. Herman trying to keep it in front of her. Loses it to Pickle. Pickle plays it on the ground up across midfield to Areola. Areola with the ball on her right foot being defended by Tan. Coming up on their attacking third of the field, Areola with a long through ball trying to find Caranda. And she's not going to be able to get there in time. Goal kick for Wheaton. One of the few goal kicks we've had in the last few minutes where we have not seen a substitution.
Yeah, and Dominican's really been pushing the ball on Wheaton's half of the field this half, and Wheaton's just being able to hold on and make sure that they're not scoring is really good, especially, like I said earlier, from the subs, just locking down the defense.
It's going to go out of bounds, shielded well by Sutton. Out of bounds for a goal kick for Maury, who's gotten all the time so far here in the second half. how neat is it to have 4 keepers, all of whom can contribute in such a great way?
Well, that's really, really helpful for the team. Just knowing that your keeper can, if they're injured, you have plenty of backups. Keeper can get really dangerous with just the scrums that can happen down in that box. Slide tackle coming in wrong, or a kick that's just a little off target. Being able to have backups is really handy. And it's good to be able to get some different players in there for more time.
So Messina is going to check into the game now for Dominican. She's going to grab Mooney. Mooney taking the substitution penny and sprinting off the field. The referee waves play on, and Maury will take a goal kick. Plays short to the far side to Libidor. Libidor plays on the ground up to Delatorre. Delatorre with it on her left foot, plays up past the defense, trying to find Kishkunis. It's going to go roll out of bounds in front of her. Good idea, though. Throw taken by Dominican, and promptly cleared out of bounds by Dominican. Throw for Wheaton now. Libidor to take it just shy of midfield on Wheaton's half. Throw goes into Delatorre. Delatorre lays back to Libidor. Libidor plays with her left foot. A long ball up towards the top of the box, and now it's cleared out. Clearance goes to Delatorre. Delatorre coming towards the center of the pitch. Plays to Kishkunis. Kishkunis with the ball on her right foot. Plays over to Herman. Herman with a little flick towards the center of the box, and that's going to be cleared out. Here comes Karanda. Karanda plays, and her pass is taken by Grove. Grove controlling the ball after a couple bounces. Now plays over middle of the field. Sutton coming in to field it. Sutton lays it back to Clark. Clark has it on her right foot in the center circle for Wheaton. Plays it in the air to Pickle in the defense for Dominican. Pickle has got a little bit of time. Plays it upfield with her left foot to Areola. Areola cuts it past Tan. Now coming towards the center of the field. Still in Dominican territory. Areola sends a through ball. Here comes Oliver. Oliver with a left-footed clearance. Clearance goes up past Kishaba. Kishaba wins it now, though. Kishaba and Phipps going to battle for it on the far side. Kishaba wins it, touches it past Phipps. Touch, unfortunately, goes to Curiel. Clearance back to Libidor. Libidor touches to Delatorre. Delatorre touch upfield, headed by Kishaba. Back towards the center of the field. That's going to be Kristen Clark trying to come up with it. She cannot. And here comes Carly Karanda. Karanda through ball to Areola. Areola with the ball in the box for Wheaton on the goal line. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Areola. Goal kick for Wheaton.
And Wheaton number 22, Chase Pound.
And you're going to see something really neat here as Chase Pounds checks into the game, not as a keeper, but as a field player. Kishkunis smiling as she subs out of the game. Chase, again, was a varsity basketball player, Ryan, for a few years before playing soccer, and she has got the biggest smile on her face right now, looking to play the field. That's just a fun thing to watch.
Oh, yeah. Seeing someone who just used to playing in the goal, getting out on the field and running around, it's always a good time. And that's, another reason that it's great that Wheaton has those extra keepers. You can get some in the field if you like. You have backups.
Yeah, and Chase loves doing anything active. She's a fantastic athlete. Looking to get the ball in the center of the field. Through ball goes up to Herman. Chase trying to show for Herman. It's going to go out of bounds off of Pickle, though. And Coach Tim Daniels telling Chase, get back upfield. We want you at their last defender. Throwing goes up to Delatorre. Delatorre with the ball on her right foot, carrying the ball upfield. Plays to Herman on the line. Herman cuts it back across past one defender. Pounds very active up top, looking to get open. Tan wins it. Tan plays Delatorre. Delatorre with the ball in the middle of the field. Plays back to Clark. Clark plays over far side to Sutton. Sutton's going to try to get there in time. She does. Sutton plays up center of the field, trying to find Pounds. It's going to be cleared out by the defense. Cleared back to Clark. Clark plays near side to Grove. Grove fakes middle of the field. Now actually does go middle of the field to Delatorre. Delatorre rolls her foot over the ball. Now plays up to Herman. Herman cuts it past Pickle and has Chase Pounds to her left. Plays it to her. Pounds with the ball near the top of the box. Takes a shot off a defender and out of bounds.
What a reversal roll. Instead of saving the goals, trying to make them.
And pretty good shot there by the keeper.
Yeah. Taking all those goal kicks really builds up the leg strength.
Corner kick taken in the air towards the center, taken out of the air by Phipps. Clearance goes to Grove. Grove has it near the top of the box, a little bit out actually. Plays near side to Kashaba, who keeps it going to Herman, who took the corner kick. Herman trying to go past Pickle, touches it around her, runs around the other way, plays it on the ground across the box, trying to find Clark into the hands of Scholes.
Scholes coming off the line again, and Dominican's goalies have been very active on that, coming off that line. It's been really impressive for them to see those saves.
Pounds completing her first pass. Plays it to Grove. Grove plays upfield. That's going to be cleared. 6:20 left in regulation. Wheaton College leading Dominican University by a score of 7-1. Wheaton looking to move to 14-2-1 on the season. Free kick to be taken by Phipps. Phipps's kick, little knuckleball straight towards the center of the pitch, headed out by Clark. Header goes to Pickle. Pickle plays it upfield, taken out of the air by Liebedor. Liebedor to Clark. Clark to Delatorre up the middle of the field. Delatorre on the ground up the middle of the field now. Sends Herman. Herman trying to go past Pickle. Pickle plays the ball on the ground as she rolls over it. Trying to get it from Herman. Pickle, little elbow to Herman. No call. And now it'll go off of, looks like off of Wheaton. So it's going to be a throw for Dominican University. Throw goes in off the head of Grove. Grove heads it back to Rounce. Rounce plays it upfield to Areola. Areola plays square, trying to find Homeyer. And Homeyer comes back and collects it. Played upfield now. That's going to be Caranda trying to send Homeyer. And a back pass from Grove to Oliver gets Wheaton reset. Oliver plays over to the far side to Liebedor as the wind picks up a little bit here. You see the colored flags of all the conference teams in the stands waving a little bit. Liebedor trying to win the ball in the back for Wheaton now. Here comes Caranda. Caranda cuts it back towards the middle of the field. She may have a shot. She's tripped up on the shot by Delatorre. Actually, Delatorre's foot was just in the wrong spot at the wrong time. As when Caranda's foot came through trying to hit the ball, it kind of nipped Delatorre where she was standing.
Yeah, and that's going to create that free kick just outside the box for Dominican. And we're going to see how Wheaton's defense is going to hold up on a really good scoring opportunity for Dominican.
4 people in the wall. Maury toes the goal line, and here's the kick by Phipps. Taken straight at Maury. That's another save for her. 4 minutes left in this one. Maury's punt bounces once, now taken out of the air by Pickle. Header goes to Delatorre. Delatorre with it, traps it on her right foot. Plays on the ground. Clark gets it off a deflection. Now back to Delatorre. Delatorre plays past one defender on the ground. May have Pounds in the middle of the field. Plays on the ground, trying to find Pounds. It's going to be taken by Phipps. That would have been something else. Phipps with the ball. Trying to get it upfield. Caranda has it. Caranda with the ball on her left foot, plays it on the ground. That's going to be a good step by Tan, winning that one. Tan touches up to, looks like Clark now. Clark with the ball in the center of the field for Wheaton, trying to win it from Caranda. Caranda takes it, though. Caranda lays it back to Pickle. Pickle plays it on the ground up to Homeyer. Homeyer plays it back middle of the field. Caranda. Caranda turns it upfield, trying to take it past Delatorre. She's knocked down by Pounds. Pounds showing a little bit of her basketball side right there.
Little box out, just a bit too much.
Box out. It's all right. We like the aggressiveness. Pounds gets the ball on the ground now. Has it with one defender hard on her back. Plays on the ground up to Herman. Look at that. I mean, if I didn't know better, I would have guessed she was a field player.
Yeah, and it's really great being able to see that from a backup keeper, even just being able to come out on the field and play. It's really impressive.
This is her first year of soccer at Wheaton. Now on the far side of the field, Kashaba has it. Kashaba cutting towards the near post. Going to put it across the goal and past everybody, out of bounds, off the keeper.
Number 19, Mackenzie Williams.
Actually, it's going to be off of Kashaba's cross. That's going to be a free kick for Wheaton.
And we just had a sub for Wheaton. Williams coming in for Grove.
Williams is going to be playing up top, and Herman moves back to the right midfield position. Little over 2 minutes left in this one. Goal kick taken out of the air by Kashaba. Kashaba's header goes right back to Phipps. Phipps with it on her right foot, plays in the air down the line. One bounce. Liebedor defending well. Liebedor stabbing and taking it from Camacho for a second. And now it goes out of bounds off of Wheaton on the far side. Throw for Dominican. Throw goes into Camacho. That's not Myra Camacho, but Jocelyn Camacho. Myra Camacho, the Stars' leading scorer on the year, 10 goals on the season, actually out with an injury this game.
That's a big loss for Dominican, and I'm sure it's contributed a lot to Wheaton's success in this game, and just being able to keep the goals to a minimum on their side.
Delatorre with the ball on the far side of the field, cuts it past one defender near the top corner of the box, now coming middle of the field, takes a right-footed shot off a defender. Plays far side to Sutton. Sutton touches right back to Delatorre on her right foot, takes a rocket of a shot just past the far post and out of bounds. Another goal kick
1 minute remaining.
with less than a minute left in regulation. Goal kick to be taken by Phipps. Taken out of the air by Delatorre. Delatorre's header goes up to Kashaba. Kashaba can't win it, but headed back to Delatorre. Little spin move once again. Plays it over to Liebedor. Liebedor hits Sutton on the far sideline. Sutton coming up on the attacking third of the field, being defended by Messina. Now plays square to Kashaba. Kashaba cutting back towards the middle of the field. Finds Williams. Williams with the ball near the top of the box, and it's poked out. Here comes Caranda. Caranda with a through ball up to Areola. Good step by Tan once again. Touches it back to Camacho. 12 seconds left. And unless Wheaton can mount something in the last 10 seconds, Kashaba's got it. It looks like she may dribble out. Now she tries to send Sutton towards the goal. That'll do it, though.
Pound's making a keeper save right at the end.
Yep. It looked like the referee was going to whistle for a handball, but then as soon as he heard the clock expire, Pounds caught the ball after the clock expired, and you just couldn't get too far away from that goalie position, even playing up top. Wheaton, though, comes away victors today. 7-1 is your final. We saw a lot of goals, a lot of action, Ryan, and a lot of it from good ball movement, like you said before the game.
Yeah, and that was really critical. Keeping the ball moving, keeping it in open space. Even just, I was thinking back on all the corner kicks that we had this game from Wheaton, and doing a lot of short corners enabled the ball to get right away to the ball player's movement, being able to move it instead of just clearing it into the center where it could just go flying. By having that control, we've been able to create a lot more opportunities.
Yeah, and hopefully in a moment we will have an interview with Coach Felsky, and we'll also have some end-of-the-game statistics for you in a second. Wheaton moving to 14-2-1 on the season, and sending the Stars of Dominican University to 10-6-1. Wheaton's next games will all be at home until the CCIW tournament semifinals, and that starts November 5th. We've got Illinois Wesleyan and North Central coming up on the 25th and the 29th. So that's going to be later this week, playing IWU Illinois Wesleyan. That's going to be at 3 p.m. here at Joe Bean Stadium. Come out and support them. Then they've got North Central here. That's their last conference game of the season. That will be a night game under the lights on the 29th. Then coming up October 1st, playing DePaul University, not DePaul with a L, but DePaul with a W. Wheaton going to look to come out of that game with a W. And then we'll move on to the CCIW tournament. And after that, we've got the national tournament, looking to make another deep run. And what do you think, Ryan? Do you think this team has got what it takes to make another deep run in the tournament?
Definitely. We saw a lot of different players scoring today, and that's always critical. If all of your attack is focused through one or two players, if the other team focuses on them, then they'll get shut down. But as we saw earlier, the first goal wasn't even scored by a top scorer. It was scored by Orweiler, and that opened up the game right away. Then Orweiler is able to get an assist to other players, and so that just opens up all the opportunities for more scores for everyone.
All right, and we're going to have an interview with Coach Felsky now. For those of you viewing this on Wheaton TV, Coach, thanks for coming up here.
No problem. Good to be here.
Chilly night. You guys come away victors, though. 7 goals. You scored 4 in the second half. We noticed just some great ball movement up top.
Yeah, we've changed a few things in the last week or so, and I think it's to help us be even better from the midfield on up front, and it seems to be working. We're playing good soccer. We're playing hard. Started a little slower than I would have liked tonight, I think, as far as the intensity, but we got our work done, and it was a good, solid win for us.
Now, Kleinstra came out late in the first half with what looked like some sort of an injury. How's she feeling right now?
She's fine. She just rolled her ankle when she tried to make a cross from the end line, so as long as she can keep running, we need her in the game, so it's good to have her. She'll be all right.
And then you mentioned you guys made some changes recently. Would one of those be, we saw Delatorre's playing on the outside now. You started with Orweiler in the middle of the field.
Yeah, we just a couple different things. We just wanted to see our team get a little bit more forward quickly out of the central midfield. And Mia's a great possession player, and it's nothing has to do with her. We just wanted to see if Jamie Orweiler could get us a little bit further up and down the field as far as covering ground. Mia's going to do a great job for us possessing the ball outside, and it gives us a different look. And it's worked so far. I don't know if we'll continue to go with it. We're just kind of testing things out, just trying to see what we can do as far as making a run here at the end of the year with different looks. And it's a test. We're still running through it, but so far we like what we see, and it's hopefully only going to get better.
All right, Coach, thanks again.
No
you guys
problem.
moved to 14-2-1 on the season. Congratulations on the victory. See you the 25th.
All right.
That was Coach Felsky. And Wheaton again moving to 14-2-1 on the season. We're going to get you some end-of-the-game statistics. On the game, Wheaton had 40 shots. Half of those were on goal. So 40 shots, 20 on goal. 7 in the goal, 5 assists on those 7 goals. Lee finished with a hat trick, 3 goals. She's got 22 now on the season. Kleinstra had a goal on 4 shots. Orweiler had a goal on her only shot of the game. She also picked up an assist, along with Berg, Karsten, Kleinstra, and Delatorre. All of them had assists for Wheaton. Herman Kishkunis. Herman had a goal. Kishkunis shot on goal. Hodina shot off the bench. Williams with 2 shots, 1 on goal, 1 in the goal. Mosier with 2 shots. Turner with a shot on goal. Kishaba with 5 shots, 3 on goal. Delatorre 7 shots, 2 on goal. And Kopelman had 3 shots as well. Laney made 11 saves for Dominican University. Not enough, though. Wheaton gets the victory here. Next game is the 25th against Illinois Wesleyan. I'm Noah Helm, and I was joined today by Ryan Grigornik. Thanks for tuning in. Wheaton, your victors today. This has been a production of WETN Sports.
Once again, thanks for listening to this presentation of Wheaton College.